All right, now I want to move on to another topic that's kind of an offshoot from something I talked about yesterday. In yesterday's video, I said that gun manufacturers aren't on our side when it comes to our rights. They don't want to see gun rights go away, but they don't want to see us ever get comfortable. They like the panic buying. They like people feeling like, I better get this now, because that sells out their product. They love that. But a lot of people came at me and said, oh, you sound like you're anti-industry and that you want gun manufacturers to go out of business. And that's not anything I said at all. And other people came at me and said, well, should we not buy from these gun manufacturers because they don't care about our rights? That's not what I said at all either. I want to address both of these topics here. As far as them not caring about your rights, that's just not their priority. They're a business. Their priority is to sell product. And they have to maintain a balance where they're driving up as much demand as they can without actively selling out your rights and getting it to where their products are outlawed. So they're going to walk that line. That's just business. You have to accept that in a capitalist society. And I think most of us accept that. And we're knowledgeable. It's like when you go to a car lot and buy a car. You know, you don't believe the car salesman's on your side. You know he's not on your side. At the same way, you have to look at gun dealers. You know they're not completely on your side, gun manufacturers, but you know they still want to sell their products. So that gun guy doesn't want to create a society where cars aren't allowed. Just like if someone, like I said, these gun organizations that live off the money from the fight. When I said, oh, they don't want the fight to go away. Well, of course they don't. If they make their living shoeing horses, if you made your living shoeing horses, would you want to pass a law that made horses illegal? Well, no, of course you wouldn't. You'd want everybody to have horses. But you'd want everybody to be buying horses and riding horses, and you'd want to do what you had to do to make them do that, so they'd come to you for shoes. It's just the way it is. That's the way business is. So, no, I'm not saying don't buy products from them because they're not on our side. I'm saying understand they're a business and understand they have motives beyond what we consider priorities in the gun community. And their talking heads don't support us, the common people. They don't support the fight. They don't support winning the battle. They support profiting off the battle because that's how they make their money. All the money from the manufacturers, the organizations, etc., through advertising, sponsorship, etc., filters down to the little bottom feeders, which are the YouTube gun guys who love to post their fear porn and their discount codes, etc., to make money off the battle. They don't ever want to end the battle. How many channels do you know of right now, if they lost their sponsorship and lost their sales deals with groups, would still be doing YouTube? Not a whole lot of them. So they want it to continue. That's just part of the beast. And yes, you have to accept that. When you talk to a car salesman, you have to realize you're listening to a car salesman. Same thing with watching YouTube channels or paying attention to what the gun industry does. They're trying to sell a product, and you have to keep that in mind, be an educated consumer. And as far as me saying I want gun manufacturers to go out of business, no, I don't. But also, to add a little to that, I don't care if they do. If the market won't support them, if their business relies on there being a constant battle for our rights and people panicking and buying stuff they don't really want or can't really afford, if their business depends on that, and if the Second Amendment was ever settled as rule of the land and the Supreme Court says no gun laws, and they can't maintain a business then because there's not enough demand for them, then they're not needed. There'll still be the big gun manufacturers. There'll still be some boutique manufacturers. But I would far rather have 4 or 5 big national manufacturers, U.S. manufacturers, and then like a handful of custom ones than I would have 100 big gun manufacturers. If it meant we had to keep battling for our rights all the time and everyone had to live their life in a tizzy and a panic because they're afraid their rights are going to go away tomorrow. I would much rather have the Second Amendment settled and have the market adjust to a natural level. And if that meant businesses went out, businesses go out. That's the way the market works. I don't like artificial demand created by fear and panic and anger. So if that means some businesses going out, and we just be left with the ones that can still maintain a presence, so be it.